Hi, I'm Linnea Laterno and I'm the Food and Beverage Manager at Nimmo Bay Resort, and I'm going to show you how to shuck an oyster. So we have two kinds of oysters here, black pearl and Kyushu oysters. Basically, when you have an oyster, you have more of a curved bottom. That's the bottom, and then the top is flat. You always want to make sure that the bottom is facing down when you store them. And then when it comes to shucking them, you want to make sure you have a oyster shucker and a cloth and a sturdy surface to do it on. You want to use the cloth to kind of rest the oyster in, but also protect your hand with it because you don't want to stab yourself. If you're right-handed, you want to have the hinge pointing to the right and cover the left side of the oyster with the cloth. And you'll want to, without too much force, just gently try and wedge your shucker into where the hinge is. Just wiggle, 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 and eventually you'll hear a pop. Give your knife a wipe so you're not getting any more sand or shell residue inside. Then you want to kind of wiggle your way around, release the top, and then wipe your knife down again. And then you'll want to take the edge of the oyster shucker and run it along the top of the shell to release the adductor muscle. And then you take a look, you smell the oyster. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you have an oyster that's off, you'll smell it right away. And then you'll want to release the adductor muscle from the bottom of the shell. So you'll just run your knife along against the shell. And then just for presentation, I like to flip it over because the bottom does have a bit of a nicer presentation, makes it look more plump. And there you go. So these come from Quadra Island, which is probably about 100 miles south of here. And we try and get as local as we can when it comes to the products we use. This represents the West Coast really well for us. We choose these ones because they have a good balance of creaminess, but also fresh brininess. And they are one of the smaller ones that we can get on the West Coast, and I just find smaller oysters are more appealing. A lot of people are a little bit more hesitant towards larger oysters, so yeah.